In the small town of Danville, Virginia, a young Herman Moore was already defying gravity. Standing at 6 feet 4 inches and weighing a lean 218 pounds, this three-sport phenom wasn't just dominating the football field, he was setting records in track and field and commanding the basketball court at George Washington High School. The stage was set for greatness, but few could predict just how high the small-town champion would soar. In those early days, Moore's exceptional 34.5-inch arm length and massive 9.75-inch hands were already hinting at the receiving legend he would become. At the University of Virginia, Moore didn't just play, he revolutionized. His vertical leap made him a legend in 2 sports, holding the school's high jump record for an astounding 3 decades until 2020. But it was on the gridiron where Moore truly found his calling. In just 2 seasons, he racked up an unprecedented 1,190 yards on 54 catches in 1990, averaging an explosive 22 yards per catch. His total career numbers? A mind-bending 2,504 yards and 23 touchdowns in just 2 years of significant playing time. More impressive still was his consistency, maintaining a remarkable average of over 20 yards per catch across his collegiate career, a feat accomplished by less than 1% of receivers in NCAA history. When the Detroit Lions selected Moore 10th overall in 1991, they thought they were getting a great receiver. What they got was a legend in the making, though it didn't start that way. In a shocking revelation that could have derailed his career, Moore had been playing without his contact lenses, a secret he kept from the team. His rookie numbers reflected this struggle. Just 11 catches for 135 yards, averaging a mere 12.3 yards per catch. But Moore wasn't about to let poor vision define his legacy. Even in those challenging early games, his raw talent showed through. His 21-yard longest reception hinting at the explosive plays to come. The 1991 season wasn't just about personal struggles, it was about team triumph. Despite his limited regular season stats, Moore emerged as a crucial playoff performer. In the Lions' historic 38-6 victory over the Dallas Cowboys, their first playoff win since 1957, Moore exploded for 6 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown. It was a glimpse of the greatness to come, a preview of how Moore would elevate his game when the stakes were highest. With his vision corrected, Moore's ascension was meteoric. In 1992, he transformed into a different player, accumulating 51 catches for 966 yards in just 12 games, an average of 80.5 yards per game that would translate to over 1,288 yards in a full season. His 18.9 yards per catch that year remains one of the highest single-season averages of his career, showcasing his ability to turn every reception into a potential game-breaking play. By 1994, Moore had evolved into an unstoppable force, hauling in 72 catches for 1,173 yards and 11 touchdowns. But 1995, that's when Moore rewrote the record books. In a single season, he shattered the NFL reception record with 123 catches, amassing 1,686 yards and 14 touchdowns. That year, he averaged an astounding 105.4 yards per game, turning in performances like his franchise record 14 catches for 183 yards against the Chicago Bears. In an era before spread offenses and pass-heavy schemes, Moore's numbers weren't just impressive, they were revolutionary. The 1995 season also gave birth to one of the most memorable games in Lions history. On Thanksgiving Day against the Minnesota Vikings, Moore joined fellow receivers Brett Perriman and Johnnie Morton in a receiving clinic for the ages. Together with Barry Sanders' rushing excellence, they created a statistical anomaly: 3 100-yard receivers, a 100-yard rusher, and a 400-yard passer in the same game. Moore's 127 yards that day were part of a larger narrative, his dominance of Thursday games, where he would eventually accumulate NFL records of 61 receptions and 965 yards. Over his peak 3-year stretch from 1995 to 1997, Moore averaged an astronomical 111 catches, 1,425 yards, and 10 touchdowns per season. His partnership with Perriman in 1995 made history. They became the first teammate duo to each record 100-plus receptions in the same season. Moore's consistency during this period was staggering. He never dropped below 100 catches or 1,200 yards, maintaining a catch rate estimated at over 65% during an era when 55% was considered excellent. The numbers tell a story of dominance: 670 career receptions, 9,174 yards, and 62 touchdowns. But it's the untold statistics that truly capture Moore's impact. In games where he scored a touchdown, the Lions won 67% of the time. His red zone efficiency was remarkable. Of his 62 career touchdowns, an estimated 70% came from inside the 20-yard line, making him one of the most reliable end zone threats of his era. Through 12 grueling NFL seasons, Moore's body took an estimated 2,000 hits, played through countless injuries, and ran approximately 9,000 routes. His durability was exceptional. From 1994 to 1997, he didn't miss a single game while averaging over 100 catches per season. Yet he persevered, becoming only the second receiver in NFL history, after Jerry Rice, to record 3 consecutive 100-reception seasons. His partnership with Barry Sanders created one of the most dynamic offensive duos of the 1990s, accounting for over 30% of the Lions' total offense during their peak years together. The playoffs brought out Moore's best. In just 6 postseason games, he accumulated 321 yards and 2 touchdowns, averaging over 53 yards per game against the NFL's elite defenses. His final playoff appearance in 1999 showed he could still deliver when it mattered, gathering 69 yards on just 3 catches, demonstrating the big play ability that defined his career. When Moore finally hung up his cleats after the 2002 season, he had left an indelible mark on the game. His record stood for years until Calvin Johnson, another Lions legend, finally surpassed them in 2015. But Moore's legacy isn't just in the numbers. It's in the way he transformed the wide receiver position, combining his track and field athleticism with football intelligence to create a prototype for the modern NFL receiver. Today, Moore's impact continues to resonate through the halls of football history. His induction into both the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame and the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame in 2010 cemented his legacy. From a small town in Virginia to the bright lights of the NFL, Herman Moore's journey is a testament to perseverance, adaptation, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. His career receiving yards would stretch over 5 miles if laid end to end, a fitting metaphor for the distance this small-town dreamer traveled to become an NFL legend.